My husband and I contribute to the United Way of Windham County because they support the things that all people need, like food, shelter, health care, and education. Meeting the basic needs of all people strengthens the whole community.
I support United Way of Windham County because I believe that it has its finger on the pulse of the whole community. United Way is the only organization that really has the relationships with all the agencies, with the donors, with the businesses, with the schools. It really has relationships with the whole community so that when there's something special that comes up, some need that is sort of slipping between the gaps of the missions of different organizations, United Way has the ability to just step in and solve the problem. And I've admired that about United Way for a very long time. I've supported United Way for a very long time, and I hope other people will do it too.
Overcoming difficult situations is rarely resolved by meeting a single need. Every situation is different. With the right approach, we can help people overcome their challenges. We need to support one another. We need to invest in each other. Everyone is a part of this community. Helping people by providing hope with dignity is why I support the United Way. Please join me.
I support the United Way of Windham County with my money and my time because the talented staff and the many volunteers make our entire community better and stronger.
Growing up in Brattleboro, I've been a United Way supporter for over 60 years. When I was a kid, it was called the Community Chest, and it was the most important donation of the year in my family. It still is.
I've been a volunteer with United Way for several years in programs like Day of Caring, Dental Day, and Handbags for Hope. The author Khalil Gibran in The Prophet says, "When you give of yourself, you truly give."
I support the United Way because I've seen the smiles on families when they've been able to go to the Coats for Kids and get winter clothing for their kids. When I've seen them come to school with no mittens, no hats in the winter, and no boots. I love the smiles on the dentist faces when they come back and say, I just spent a day giving dental care to people that haven't seen a dentist in quite a long time. That's a free service that the United Way provides.
I support the United Way of Windham County because they support our community in meaningful and impactful ways. Because of their coordination with area service providers, the United Way of Windham County has created jobs, provided training, improved health, and offers hope to people who need it the most. Our community is a better place because of the United Way of Windham County, and I am proud to be a part of that.
I support United Way because it builds a home for us all. It builds bridges and it connects us all, and it is a positive avenue through which we can all contribute and give back however we can.
I support the United Way of Windham County by volunteering and donating. By supporting the United Way of Windham County, I feel I'm supporting our entire community.
I support the United Way because I grew up very poor. I knew what it's like to not have money for lunch and not have money for clothes. I have been lucky to work hard enough to change that as an adult, and I want to make sure that my neighbors and my community members have that same support for themselves and for their families.
Why and how do I support the United Way? I support the United Way primarily through donations. My company matches them dollar for dollar. And the reason that I donate to the United Way is pretty simple. I'm blessed to have a great job, a home, not worry about where my next meal is coming from. But that's not true for so many people in this area.
Well, I've been giving the United Way for over 25 years, both by donations and by volunteering. Most recently, I'm on the board, and I support the United Way because I get the most impact. You name an issue in this area, the United Way sits at the table and is part of the solution.
The reason I love United Way so much is because it's truly an umbrella that reaches out to every need in the community. Whether it's education or health or prosperity, it's all there. They all need help, and this is one organization that's got their fingertip on the pulse of every organization that's trying to come together to do these great things. No family should have to wonder where their next meal is coming from. No family should have to wonder how they're going to keep their kids warm, whether it's electricity or clothes. Get a little emotional. I was once that mom, and thankfully I pulled myself out of that. United Way helped, which is another big reason that I'm so involved, because I wouldn't be able to do the things I do today without United Way.
I support the United Way of Windham County because the United Way supports services that were available to my sister when her son was diagnosed with schizophrenia. I believe in paying it forward, so I donate to the United Way so that other families will have access to the services they need when they need it.
I support United Way because I can, because I know that if we don't start locally, we're never going to achieve the needs of the world for peace globally. So I can, and I do.
I donate weekly out of my paycheck, and I support them because of their community involvement, and they help families in need.
I've lived in this community for quite a while, and I know that there are a lot of people with some pretty serious needs. It's a beautiful community, but there's a dark side to it, and I know that United Way is a great way to be able to help those folks. It comes out of my paycheck every other week, doesn't hurt, it's easy, and I know that United Way manages it well.
When you live your entire life in this community, you know the people, you know the programs, and you are very passionate about making the difference in people's lives. And I remember all my connections with United Way have been to give back and to somehow make a difference in the lives of young people, older people, and everything else in between.
I support United Way of Windham County because it allows me, through my financial contribution, to help many people. When I volunteer as a United Way volunteer, it allows me to physically help in real time many people. At the same time, I know United Way is doing lots of good for many people all over this county. I believe in United Way. I was lucky enough to be asked to be part of the original organizing committee for Dental Day in Brattleboro and surrounding towns. So from the ground up, we've been involved in expanding the number of dentists, the number of staff members, and the number of people in this county we've been able to help. This has gone on now for enough years so that you start to see return patients, you see people that you've made a difference in their smile, and you know you're having an impact on your community when you can use your talents, as limited as they may be, to reach out and help someone else one-on-one.
I find United Way is an easy way to support a lot of excellent organizations in the region with one check. I know the people who run United Way, and I feel comfortable in how they're allocating things. United Way also, you never know when you might need it. Life experiences change, and you might be a beneficiary of something that you supported years ago.